Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here. So today is Monday, and in my little world of the internet here, it is inspired by Made Mine using the Simple Stories print, cut, and create layouts that they are offering over on their website. So this is what we're going to be working on today. So if you don't know, Print Shop Create is a way for you to get free instructions, free classes over on a Simple Stories website, and you go ahead and you print it out. They'll send it to your email, you'll print it out, and either you can go shopping for them at your local scrapbook store or online, or use what's in your stash like I am going to, and then you just create the layout. They give you instructions, they give you a shopping list if you need to shop, or the tools that you need. And there's also a QR code that I'm sure takes you to the instructions or to a video, perhaps. I don't know if there's a video on this one or not. But this is the layout, the double page layout that I will be doing. It is a layout one spread, yay, they call this one. I am excited to do this. And this collection is Game Night. This is a new collection from not this release, but from the last release that they brought out. I'm sure you can still get this Game Night collection if you want it, but I will be using Bunnies Bloom, and I am so excited. I cannot wait to get into this. I've had this since 2021. That is when this collection came out. Now, I don't know if this is still available or not, but I'm sure that you can get something similar to that. I know that Simple Stories has a store on their website, and I think they're having a sale today, which is SAVE20 is the code where you get 20% off. And I think they have something similar. They have a couple bundles and different packs and stuff. And I think they have Fresh Air there still, and that still has a little bit of the same color palette as Bunnies and Blooms. I'm not sure if you get a lot of bunnies, but I know there is maybe some little ducks and things in there. So that is something you can also use instead of this one, or use whatever you want, just like me. I'm using what I have in my stash, and I'm so excited. It is the most beautiful Easter collection. Now, I'm not a big fan of the spring, but I do love a good spring pattern paper. You know, I love a good collection that has nice pastels and florals and bunnies and things like that. So this is what we're going to be working on, and I will be following that layout to the T. So I will be following it. I might add something else myself. I might do some stitching because I feel like I could do that here. I have my photos printed out. Here is some of the ephemera that I have that I will be using. And I also have some of the journaling bits, and as well as the chipboard pieces. This is all I have for this. I do have 2 kits, so I'm good on that. I don't have the thickers or anything like that. I probably only have this because I usually buy from my local scrapbook store, so whatever they carried is what I purchased. So that's that. I printed out my photos, so I'll share with you what photos I will be using. So this is probably going to seem a little repetitive, but I promise that there is a reason to my madness here, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about right now. So I'm going to move this. Well, I don't want to do that because there is a slight glare, so we'll do this. So these photos here are 4x6. So as you can tell, on the spread, there's 3 4x6, 2 3x4s, and 6 2x2s, right? I believe that's 2x2. 2x3, 2, yeah, 2x2 squares. So I went ahead and printed 4 4x6 because there's a series of photos that are kind of like in sequence of each other, so I wanted to print that out. So these are from Easter's, I don't know, like 5 Easters ago, maybe 6 Easters ago, I don't know. But these are some amazing photos that I took of my kids and my niece and my nephew, and I really want to document these. And I know you're probably like, Janet, that looks like the exact same photos, but they're not. Okay, so here, and like everybody, I probably was like, look at me, say cheese, or just, you know, look like you're having fun because we just smashed all the confetti eggs, because we are a family that does confetti eggs. and they were looking at me, and they're either some are smiling. My son has an egg. My one daughter's not looking at me. My nephew has the cutest little face, and so does my niece. And then on this one, they're actually all kind of looking at me, but then my nephew has the little like wink wink going on here. So freaking cute. And then this one, I have my daughter getting smashed by another confetti egg from her sister. So you kind of see her face give you that reaction, and everybody's kind of looking at her, and my son's doing whatever he's doing. And then this last one is my daughter talking to her sister about what just happened, and everybody's just having a little conversation. So I love that. It may look like the same photo to you, but it's not what's happening in the sequence of these photos. There's different things, and then I can journal about it. That's why I love this. And then I printed out these little 2x2s on my Epson Picture-Mate, which is my favorite printer ever. I went ahead and printed them out, and I'm gonna cut them apart and put them on the bottom just like they have there. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to be using. And another thing that I wanted to mention, perhaps you might be looking for colors that maybe you document your photos or you scrapbook by color. And what I mean by that is maybe you look into the photos to see if they coordinate with the color palette in the collection. Now, I don't do that very often. As you can tell, there's probably some colors in here that will come out because of the confetti and the eggs and some of the pink and the blues and stuff going on. And my son has a little bit of green, which should be okay, but it's not pastel-y. All of the photo is not completely pastel, and that's okay. I feel like that's okay. Perhaps somebody else wouldn't tell you that, but I'm telling you it is, because this is real scrapbooking, okay? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I scrapbook my kids, and not all the time are we coordinating for the collection. And that is okay. That's normal. That is normal. It is normal to not have to worry about the colors in the photo matching the collection. And now, if that's something that bothers you, please do what you have to do. But I like to emphasize on that so that it's less pressure on someone that's trying to create. Not that it's a wrong thing to do that, because it's not. It's just a way to say, hey, don't feel so much pressure. There's enough pressure already. Just document your photos. So that's my reasoning on that. The fact that I can make a 2-page a double layout using these photos and getting it done and completed is enough for me. It is something that's going to go in an album and be ready for my kids. It is not something that my kids are going to judge me by. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, that pink doesn't match this pink. That blue doesn't match this blue. They're not going to worry about that. They're going to want to see what I did for them. So that is my little rant on that. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, and then we are going to start our video. I will be doing a voiceover after this. I just feel like that's going to be the best thing for me in case my kids need me or there's anything else going on. But before I do that, I did want to mention to you that I realized that I do not have very many Simple Stories Color Vibe cardstock. And what I mean by that, Simple Stories usually has like a color vibe, a solid, maybe with polka dots and stuff that they sell additional to the collection to coordinate, like a solid that coordinates with it. I don't have that. I'm really disappointed about that, because as you can tell here in this one, this the 12 by 12 background here, it's like a turquoisey, maybe turquoisey, not even turquoise, like a blue, right? Like a lagoon blue, maybe. I don't know. Don't even ask. Teal. It's a teal. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. It's a teal. I don't have a lot of that, so I made a note. I need to go to my local scrapbook store, One Paper Place, and kind of pick 5 sheets of each of the color vibes that she has, because I've already run into a situation and I know that I'm going to have to sacrifice one of my pattern papers to be the background, or I just can do white, and I really don't want to. I want it to be pattern. I want it to be color. So good thing I have 2 collections. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you have enough color vibe in your stash or whatever solids that you use as your as the base for the spread. Okay, so Now we're going to go into the layout and I will be doing a voiceover. Thank you so much, friends, for stopping by and hanging out with me. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. Hi friends, welcome back. I decided not to do voiceover. I thought I'd just go ahead and kind of just do it because I do have some time. But I am for sure going to share what I did. I did cut my strips. I'm putting down my photos. I'm kind of figured out some clusters beforehand, and I stitched on my paper. So I did not finish stitching here because I'm just gonna have that covered up, so I was like, it's fine. But right now I'm kind of placing my photos down. Sorry that I did not film the beginning of this, but I thought I was, to be honest. I thought I was, and then I looked at my camera and my video was off, so it was kind of too late to go back. But it is what it is. So I'm kind of just eyeballing where I want this to be and how much space I want there to be from each other. And I don't want there to be too much of a gap going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And put down all my little photos of my people. And I still am taking a peek at the sketch. I'm still going back and forth, looking at it, and I know that they have 2x2 squares in some of the kits that Simple Story sells, but this one did not have a 2x2 square, so I just went ahead and cut some of the pattern paper and thought maybe I would do that. But I'm trying to decide if I want my girls both here or if I want my son and his sister. I kind of like that instead of both of the girls. I'll put Oli on the other side. And I'm going to work on my title as well. But let's glue these down before I forget and it all moves around. So again, I'm kind of eyeballing because in the layout, these 2x2 squares are kind of sticking out a little bit further than all the others, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. I know some people get bothered by it, but I really don't. I am just trying to have fun and not put so much pressure on myself. I am not by any means, friends, some advanced scrapbooker. I'm not. I am a slow scrapbooker. I take my time and I enjoy the process, and I feel like that's perfectly fine. Some people here are educators. That's the difference. There's some friends here that are educators in the community and are a little bit faster and have quicker techniques and just kind of get things down pat a little bit easier than I would, or, you know, many of us that are kind of just coming on here to share our joy for scrapbooking. But yeah, I'm just sharing to have fun and sharing products and companies that I love, that I feel I want to kind of promote a little bit. Not that I'm getting any kickback from any of this, because I'm not. I just love our paper companies and I want them to stay open so that we have products. So I'm just trying to give them all the extra love that I can because I really, really appreciate them. And it's scary, friends, when there's so many of our companies that are either not making scrapbooking supplies and just making card stuff, or they're just totally not making anything. And so I decided to start this series using Simple Stories because I feel like there might be people out here in YouTube world that don't know that Simple Stories has offered this amazing option for us, which is the Print Shop Create. And I just wanted to share because it's fun. I mean, why would we not head over there and get all the knowledge that we could from all these amazing ladies? I don't really know who's making the layouts. I don't know if it's design team members. I don't know if it's just friends that work at Simple Stories. I don't know who is doing it, but whatever. I'm just so thankful that they are, because they are definitely helping us out. And that is awesome. So I am super excited to be working on spring or Easter spring, because I think I have like 2 Easter projects that I've made in all of these years that I've been scrapbooking. And I've been scrapbooking since, well, I loved paper and stickers and stationery all my life, obviously. But I really started scrapbooking when I met my husband and we were dating. I remember scrapbooking a couple of photos of ours. And then I kind of stopped, and I really got into it when I had my oldest. That's when everything kind of just started. I went to Hobby Lobby, bought all the things, and since she was my first, it was, you know, it was new, it was exciting. And that whole thing led me to YouTube here, where I'm with all of you now. And I found such amazing, amazing people on here that I would watch and follow and comment. And it's just crazy to think that some of the friends, I've been on YouTube since 2014. And some of the friends that I started talking to back then here on YouTube, I'm still friends with. It's just crazy. It's crazy how amazing this community is, and how we all just have gotten to know each other and have watched our kids grow through our projects and photos that we share from in the projects. I just think that's amazing. It's just such a magical thing. I really feel like it is. And I love that so much. So I think that's what keeps my joy for scrapbooking going, is just knowing that there's so many other people on this app that love to document just like I do. So here I am just trying to take off all these little backings of the foam dots. Now, I do have my little Tim Holtz thing that kind of takes these off for you, but I can't find it. It's story of my life. I can never find anything. I'm always losing or something. Okay, I think this is so cool. So I'm gonna put this down. I'm doing that. Look at, yes, looks amazing. I'm so happy, because you know how sometimes we'll set something down and like this looks perfect, and this is like too much up, like far up, far down, sideways. I don't know. It's good. We're good. So I love how the foam dots kind of balanced it all out, because I do have that little bit of bulk going on here. So it kind of just balanced that out for me. I love that. So here we have that. I was thinking about putting this little butterfly there, but I didn't know if I wanted something else. I need to see. I'm just playing right now too, so don't worry, like, if you like, oh, that doesn't go well there, Janet. I'm not gonna leave it there, probably. You know, I'm just kind of working at the layout. That I like there a lot. I'm trying to make sure I use everything, because sometimes I don't use everything in a collection. Okay, so I'll probably leave that there for now. And then going on, I'm going to work down here in this cluster. Now, I was trying to do that a little bit off camera so that I had an idea of what I was going to do, but it was just, I was struggling. Now, here's a journaling card, but I'm going to kind of flip this like that and build off of that, because I kind of love how that looks together. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go with my first instincts and just lay it down, girl. Just lay it down, because if we keep, now I have to hold this down because I keep moving and everything's going to be lopsided. So we're just doing the thing, friends. So I love how that looks. I think I might put a little pop dot back there because I feel like it needs to be popped up. Like, I feel like this could use a little foam dot. There we go. And then this guy is going to go like that. So I like the title bloom, and I like that I have this one that says spring is in the air. It kind of just goes a little bit together there, and I love how that looks. There we go. And I know that I have to cover this little section up where I have that little, where I didn't finish stitching. But I feel like I can put a bunny there. I do love this yellow, but I feel like there might be too much yellow going on. So I need to come up with an idea of what I'm going to do here. I know there was an Easter basket. What did I do with the Easter basket? Here it is. I know I have this little Easter basket I could probably incorporate in here and perhaps use, I wonder if there's an Easter basket in the chipboard. There's not. Or is there? Now I'm just talking to myself, I guess. So I don't want too much going on because I do have this here, but I don't know if I'm going to leave it there. I have that there. I could do this, but I could do this. I do love that, to be honest, but I feel like it could be bigger. There's so many, just so many decisions. And if I do it this way, I feel like I don't like that. Oh, I could do that. That's not bad. And that kind of covers up the boo-boo. Well, it's not even a boo-boo. I knew that I wasn't going to stitch that because it was going to be covered up. So I kind of like that whole scenario there. I love that I can put a bunny. I think I'm going to definitely use a bunny. Or I could do the basket, but I feel like there's a lot of like yellow tone on tone going on there, even though it's a deeper like mustardy yellow. But we're going to go ahead. And I'm still, just in case you guys are wondering, I'm still going back and kind of just seeing what they did. So I am working down here in this cluster that they made, kind of trying to keep it in the same way. So I do reference back to this, but sometimes I just find myself doing my own thing, which is nice because they gave us a base, right? They gave us the base. They gave us a kickoff point, and then we can just run with it on our own sometimes. And I think that's the whole point. I think that's what they want us to do. You know, they want us to have fun. And if we just want to follow to the T, then that's fine as well, right? As long as we get this scrapbooking done, as long as we get the memory keeping done. Now, I feel like I'm slowing down, friends, but even if I get one of this double page layout out tonight is perfect, and then I can finish the rest tomorrow. But we'll see. I'm trying to get it all done today so I can take photos and share with everybody so that you can come watch the video. My daughter and her boyfriend are being so kind today. Well, usually they're always kind, but they're being extra generous, and they're going to pick me up a Starbucks. So I'll probably get a little bit of energy. I did not have my daily matcha today, and I said, you know what, just if you guys can please well, actually they called me and asked me, and I'm like, yes, please, if you can pick me up a matcha, that is all I need. So I think that's what I'm missing, is that little matcha kick. So I like this guy there, but I also like him here. I don't know. I know there's probably someone telling me, yeah, there's good, or no, try over here. because this is kind of cute too. Oh, decisions. I don't know, I just like him there, but I know that I need to keep it. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But I do like him there, but I'm like, what am I going to put here? So here we go. He is going there. He, she, whoever she is going there for now. I might regret that. I might. We shall see. So now we're going to continue to do some more layering. I just love this flower, but I wish that there was a pink one. Maybe there was like a floral kit to this and I didn't get it. So that's probably, I'm probably missing out on that. That's why I'm like, but I do love the florals here. But there is a flower here. I don't know. We're kind of just stepping back for a second and referencing back to this. I mean, I could leave it at that, but I feel like I still need a little something. A little something, something. And there is a lot of little flowers that I can incorporate here. Like, that's super sweet, you know? I love this little one that says excited. That's cute too. I'm probably going to put that flower there. Sometimes it's always like I have those moments where I get stumped and I'm like, oh, what do I do? But I kind of always find after a moment or so, I find my way back sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's probably not the best. Sometimes I walk away and come back later. But at some point or another, I always kind of figure out what I'm doing. And this thing, again, has come off. Okay, I got to figure that out. Okay. That is not happening there. Just moving along. I really like all the little birds in this collection. I think they're so adorable. They're so cute. I feel like I can put a heart. I don't know. I might move some of this floral situation because I don't know how I feel about that. So maybe that looks better. I wasn't too sold on it there. I like the word. I know there's a lot of words going on, like bloom, spring is in the air, and then excited. But that's all right, because I like that. I don't know. I think I'm having a little bit of a hard time, because I think a lot of these pieces are big, and I have a lot going on, so I'm trying to not let it take up so much. Like, that's cute there. I'll probably just put it down and get it over with. I think James looks cute with that there. And these two is like, once you have this down, you gotta be careful. Because then they're down. You move it, it's ruining your photo. So here's this little guy. I think that's cute. I think his beak is so big. Oh, oh, it's funny. Okay. His beak is so big. So, oh, sorry if you guys heard my door creaking. It is my kitten. Well, not so kitten. Oh, that's cute too. Dang. Perhaps I could have done something like that, where I had the little bunnies. Oh, that's still cute. To be honest, that is still cute. Yep. See? See how that works, friends? Sometimes we are not thinking of doing something, and then something just comes together for us because it knew we needed help. So we're going to go ahead and put him down there. I think that is adorable. All the bunnies, the more bunnies, the merrier. That is my thought process on this. The bunnier, the merrier. Even this little like beetle, or is it a ladybug or beetle, whatever they're calling them. She's cute there. I don't know how I feel about this floral right here. This floral is kind of, I'm not kind of liking it. I don't know. I don't feel like I like it. I feel like I don't like it. There is a couple other ones on the sticker page that I can maybe throw on here, because I'm trying to cover up the little holes from, I should have just not done that. Let's see, friends. It's one of those moments where we're just going through everything because there's something that just, oh, that kind of looks cute too, though. But I like that a little bit better. Too many decisions. Excited. I feel like I want to use the word excited and then love as well, to bring in some of the darker colors in there, if that makes any sense. I just feel like I'm still thinking. Okay, so let's kind of see where we're at. Love the bunny situation. I think that is so cute. I am still trying to figure out what I'm doing over here, because I know that there's little clusters that they have. They've made little clusters like with all the little game pieces. I think that's cute. But I have a lot going on, so I don't know. I might not need them myself. So for now, we're just kind of going to work on this. Everything's yellow. I'm gravitating towards yellow a lot right now, and I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem for me. I think that is a problem. at the moment, is because I feel like I'm gravitating towards one color more so than the other. I feel like I wanted a lot of yellow without realizing that I wanted a lot of yellow. I don't know. I kind of feel like this is good to me, but I also feel like it doesn't feel good to me. Ooh. So we are just going to see. I don't know. I think this may be it. Do you guys go through these struggles? I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure. I kind of like that too. Like, have it popped up a little bit. I don't know. I know there's no rain, but it's okay. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. And I'm sure someone's like, let it go, Janet. Move away from the layout. It is yellow. But again, I feel like for some reason, because there's also this sticker, which I think is too much pink. And they're probably, somebody's probably like, sorry, friends, it's my kitty cat. I know there's probably some friends like, back away. You don't need to be doing, you're doing too much. I can already hear, if Joe and Christy are watching this, or Carrie, or Andrea, you guys are probably like, back away. Or even Gloria, you're probably like, back away from the layout. Ugh, the struggles. I don't know. I think that's cute. That's it. I think I'm done. If I had little enamel dots, which I think I do, but I don't, because, you know, we get so many in a pack. I think I have yellow ones somewhere. Hi, friends. We are back. I am working on the second part of this layout here, this double page layout. And I did start some of it. I'm so sorry, but I had to because this video is getting really long. Oh, that was scary. I had to because this video is getting pretty long. I'm like at 30 minutes with just the first one. And so I just don't know how that's going to upload. So I kind of just wanted to go ahead and start. So I'm going to move you this way. I did set down all the strips on this side, made sure that the photos kind of were right next to each other, set all my little photos, my 2x2s down here. And now I'm kind of just working at this cluster. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So I'm working at this cluster. I am so excited that I'm almost done because this means that I can actually take photos and then move on to another project tomorrow using this very collection, because now that I have it out, I just want to be able to use as much as I can of it. I thought maybe making a tag flip. Those are always fun to do, making little tag flips with this collection, just a whole bunch of little photos. I'm trying to put this guy here. I did use my tiny attacher. I love using my tiny attacher. It is the cutest thing, and I don't use it as much as I should, but it is a lot of fun to use those. So here I'm just trying to build some layers. I finally allowed myself to use a yellow flower. I'm kind of just trying to build out. Again, we are going, inspirations coming from this layout here that was provided to us by Simple Stories Print Shop and Create. So I'm kind of have my own little twist going on as well, which is always so much fun to do. Ooh, I kind of like that, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So we're gonna kind of just take it slow. I need to build it up a little bit more, so I'm trying to figure out. I almost feel like perhaps I want to bring in another umbrella. I know I have an umbrella here, but I don't know if it's too much to mimic, it. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I almost feel like it's not, because it's kind of like, you know, it's a double page spread, so maybe we do want some of the same things going on. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide. But here I am just trying to work at it. I only have a couple, not a couple more pieces, but just a few little more ephemeras that I can kind of work with here. I do already have a bunny on there, so I don't think I want to add another bunny. I know there's a lot of seeds, a lot of watering cans. I did cut up my element pages just in case I wanted to use some of those pieces. I don't know. We're kind of just moving along. So in case you did not hear about why I chose these photos, you're probably like, this is the same photo over and over again. And yes, it is the same photo over and over again, but it is a different, each photo has a different story. And sometimes what seems to be the same photo can have different stories, if that makes any sense. Again, I really love this photo so much. It is an Easter spent with my kids and my niece and my nephew, and doing our traditional confetti egg war, or whatever you might want to call it. So I really love it. Each little photo has its own little story, so that makes it so special. And I'm still trying to figure out, friends, what I want to do here. What is it that I'm going for? I did think about maybe putting another butterfly here, but I think it needs to be smaller, and there is a smaller one. And you guys are probably thinking like, Janet, that's like butterfly overload, but I want to use them because they remind me of my Aunt Chrissy, who passed away almost, it's going to be a year in a couple days, that she has no longer been with us. So I kind of want to use the butterflies to kind of represent her in my layout, if that makes any sense, because I have two here, and so if I add another, I feel like perhaps I'm kind of just bringing it all in. I just don't know exactly where it's going to go, and I think I'm going to use this one. I don't know if I want it up here or right here. I don't know, but I think this is going to be it. I love this little layout. It's really pretty so far. Some people might say it's too much. There's a lot going on. Perhaps there is. Perhaps there is a lot going on, and perhaps it's not something that you guys would make. But again, we are all taking this layout and making it our own if you want. If not, you can go ahead and follow the page, the class, exactly what they did. But I kind of just, I kind of did. I feel like I kind of did do that in a way. But it's also another way, it's my own, right? So I don't know. See, I love this Easter basket, but there's just too much elements. There's too much going on. So we're going to sit for a second and kind of eyeball it. I'm sure you guys are you probably are already like telling you, some of you probably already know like what's missing, what I'm not doing, and what you would be doing. So if you are feeling that way and you've gotten this far in my video, I appreciate it. I would love for you to tell me in the comments like what you were thinking at this moment. Were you thinking that I should stop adding things, or were you thinking that something is not right and it was driving you nuts, the placement, I should say? I would like to know, because it's always fun. It's always fun to know what everybody's thinking, why you're making a layout. It just is. See, I keep going towards yellow. I feel like I keep gravitating towards yellow. There's a lot of yellow in this collection. It could be, that's probably why I'm gravitating towards it a lot. I don't know. I still like the idea of incorporating the other umbrella. So there is kind of like a, kind of like mirroring each other, and it still gives, and it also, doing that also gives me the height of it. So I feel like it needs to be, you know, it has to be kind of the same. I wish I had another bunny like this one, and I don't. I'm sure I could fussy cut something, but that's not my department right now. I feel like it could be too much bunnies. I don't know, maybe the, let's see. Maybe the watering can is the answer. Nope. Oh, that's cute too, kind of clustering it all together. Watering cans. I'm really trying to use that butterfly, am I not? Oh, Lord. Trying to use all the things on one layout. Tone it down. It's like, tone it down, girl, tone it down. I don't know. Okay, we are like at that I don't know phase, and that's not good. That's too much going on. So I am just going to go with my instincts, and I am going to go ahead and put the umbrella because we are giving it too much thought here, and then I'm just not making up my mind. And I think I'm also tired. So that's okay. So let's go ahead and just do what we do, and it's placing it down, and it's going to give us the same height, I think, in the clusters that I'm looking for. I mean, we have multiple florals, so what's wrong with another umbrella? And it's not like, you know, there's any umbrellas going on in this photo, but you don't always have to stick to all that. It's kind of fun to see how everybody else not incorporates, but what, yeah, well, you could say it, how everybody else looks at a layout. Not everybody looks at the layout the same. You know, not everybody's the same in creativity and all the things. And that's okay, because that's how we get all these amazing different projects, because we're all different. And something that somebody else wouldn't do, I probably did. And they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. So there's that. I'm kind of moving it a little bit this way, up and above. And I like this because it says, hey, bunny. Easter baskets. I mean, that's cute. It's also cute there that says like, hey, bunny, you know. I could just like say, instead of rain boots, that could be like, hey, bunny. That's kind of cute. Yeah, okay. Oh, one of my lights went out. This tends to happen a lot. Oh, that's cute too. His beak is super big. I am just going to move my little switch over, friends, so that we do not, we can keep going. There we go. Because I'm almost done. I literally am almost done. And then I can take photos. It's almost like he's stopping to get some nectar from this flower, and I love it. Not too, we don't want him too much in there, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm sure I'm gonna have somebody give me advice on this because this is driving me nuts. Okay, so I like the Hey Bunny there. I think I'm gonna do that. I feel like I want this here. Because I feel like I want that there, like the butterfly, but I don't know. I just feel like I like the butterflies all around the kids because my Aunt Chrissy loved all of our kids, and she always did everything. Well, not everything, but she always did a lot with our kids because of her and my mother-in-law were best friends. And so she was seeing my kids grow up. Every time I had a baby, she was at the hospital the very next day. So yeah, I guess that's why I want all these butterflies. And this is not the one I was going to use. It was this one. I also feel like it would look cute like that instead of all in one place, just having one out here. But I wonder if I could do this one. I'm sure you guys are probably like, that's enough, but I want to add more. I want to add more, apparently. So there we go. I kind of do like that. I think I put, I don't know. I'm sorry, friends. I don't mean to stay quiet. I'm sure someone's already shouting me out what to do. I wish I could hear you. I wish I could hear you. I wish I could hear you, friend. Somebody's probably telling me to walk away from all the things that I have going on here. But I am going with my instincts, and I kind of just want it here. But I want to pop it up. And I dropped a heart on the floor, so that means we are not using that heart. And that's all right. That's okay. We have plenty of other hearts in this collection. I just got to make sure that I pick it up and find it. If you guys ever, I'm sure a lot of you do this, go to bed and then all of a sudden you find all these stickers on you and that you couldn't find when you were working on stuff. Oh my gosh. I love it. So I popped this up and I feel like I want this here, and that makes me feel good. So that's great. There's a lot of sweet little words still left in. I love this one that says a big smiles, because they're all really smiling big for all of us. But I guess I feel like I can put it here, to be honest. So yeah, I'm so happy that I got these photos. If anything, if my interpretation of this layout does not inspire you, or, you know, any of that, I'm just, if this is not creative enough for you, I'm so sorry. If this is something you wouldn't do, I'm so sorry. But we are all not alike. This is me. But what I was going to say, if anything out of this layout, I am so happy that I got to print these photos out, that these photos came off my phone and they're actually on a layout. if anything, if nothing looks right, if it's not balanced, if it's not whatever, I am just happy that it made it out of the phone. That's it. I'm just happy that they made it out. They made it out. And that is enough for me to be like, that is a win. And that's how I feel with all the layouts that I will be doing with these. Like, I did one last week, was it? I think it was last week. I don't know. I just really like this bird. I just feel like he's cute. I just feel like if anything, any of these layouts that I do, I'm accomplishing something. I'm accomplishing the fact that I'm actually getting stuff done and getting it down, and that I'm actually having photos come off my phone, because I literally probably have like over 80,000 photos on my phone. And I'm sure a lot of you do too. And yes, they're on my iCloud, but what does that mean? You know, that literally means nothing, to be honest, because, I mean, do you know, I mean, look at how much time has changed. You know, I need to get them off. Okay, I think this is it. I think this is how I'm leaving this for now. I think I've done enough. I'm going to look for some pop dots, and then I'll probably, enamel dots, and I think that I'm going to put those down. So far, I love what I did. I love that I made a layout and that I had fun doing it. And again, like I said, the photos are off the phone, and that is the whole point of scrapbooking and taking photos and doing all the things, is that they make it off the phone. Look, I'm still trying to, friends, I'm so bad. I'm still trying to add things to this. Like, let it go, person. Let it go. Oh, that's cute too. Okay. There we are. I think we're good. I think I'm good on this. I might add another little something over here. You'll notice if I do, I'll take photos, and I'm sure that you'll see. But friends, for now, I am going to say goodbye, because I think we're pretty much done. And if I add anything else, it will probably be enamel dots and maybe another bird or florals over here. But that, I don't know. I think that's it. So we're good. Thank you so much for following along. Thank you so much for hanging with me and understanding that I am kind of new to sharing this type of stuff here on my YouTube channel. And I am not an educator. I am not the perfect scrapbooker. I am just a mom trying to document my memories and have them down and something that I feel good about and that it makes me happy. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it down and record the memories with all these paper collections that I have that have been brought to us by all these amazing companies. And I'm going to try to take all the opportunities that I can, taking advantage of all the amazing classes that they bring us and all the things, because it's good. It's all good. So here it is, friends. I hope you love it. I hope you like it. Please comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I promise to get back to your messages when I see them. If I don't, I'm so sorry, but I will get back to them. Anyways, friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy crafting.